Hello. Okay, we are going to, today, we're going to work on our O's, the sound of O. We're going to do our reader. We are going to do a verb tense chart, and we are going to talk about one of our few stories left in our reader, looking for the enemy. So let's start with our verb tense chart right here. Okay. Our verb tense chart is the predicate and the subject. We talked about that before we left the classroom in March. We talked about subjects and predicates. Subjects is our nouns or our pronouns, and predicates are our verbs. Okay? So we have I, she, he, you, we, it, and they. Those are our pronouns that we're using for our subject. And our predicates go along with it. And our predicate is in the present, the past, or the future. Okay? So I'm going to move to this side so we can see it a little better. And it's I lift, I lifted, or I will lift. So it's I lift in the present, I lifted in the past, or I lifted in the future. Or I will lift, excuse me. I will lift in the future. I'm going to do it. Then we have she walks. She walked in the past. She already did it. Or she will walk. She's going to do it. Then we have he sneezes. He sneezed. Or he will sneeze. I had to make sure I didn't put an S on that. You pick. You picked, like you picked strawberries. Or you will pick strawberries. Okay? The will on that makes it something you're going to go do in the future, something you will do tomorrow or something you will do the next day. Okay? The ED on these all shows past tense. And just because and this shows just the word shows that it's happening right now. Okay? So those are our subject and predicate. I'll move this out of the way. And we'll go to our tricky spellings of the O sound. We have the short O, which is hop, drop, and modest. Those are all the short O sounds. Then we have the OE, which is the long O. That's open, hotel, and no. You notice that the no has the O at the end, and that's the long O. Then we have the U sound, or the U, but it's the O spelling, but it's the U sound. So we have sun. Sun sounds like it has a U, but it's with the O spelling. U, front, and coming. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about our reader. We have coming, or close, you're going to do a close reading with this, and it's looking for the enemy. Today, we're going to talk about King Alfred's enemy. Who would be King Alfred's enemy in our stories? Well, if you think about it real closely, you can figure out that King Alfred's enemy is King Henry. And an enemy is someone who's not your friend. Okay, so that's who the enemy is. Now, for our tricky words, Amy, our tricky word here is Amy is my best. What word would fit there? You're right, friend. That's right, my best friend. Now, you might think that IE in friend, would be pronounced with an I, but it's, or an E, but it's not. It's a short E. Okay? Friend. You would think it'd be a long I or maybe an E, a long E, but it's not. It's a short E. Now we have this one. I am blank, she is right. What would that be? I am sure she is right. Now, sure is, you would think, would be pronounced with an S and the UE and an R, but it's not. It's a SH, shh, So it's not with an S, it's with a SH, sure, okay? Now, we will do our vocabulary for this story. I'm going to turn this around just like that and put it right here in front. And once again, we only have 3 vocabulary words for this story. Recalling. Recalling is remembering. Crept is to move really quietly and carefully. Okay? And rejoice is to celebrate. We're at the end of the week. So we're going to celebrate the fact that we've gone through another week of school and you guys are doing so well. Thank you for working so hard. We love you and we're grateful that we get to work with you every day. Have a great one. Have a good weekend.